What's up, guys? Do my first analysis video for hockey dogs. On top of that disclaimer, there's a few things I want to point out. One, if you can't take criticism, don't watch the video. I'm freaking anal about a lot of stuff, and so I'm just going to be probably pointing out almost every mistake I see. With that in mind, I'm going to pause the video a lot, okay? So, I don't know, the video usually comes out to half an hour to 40 minutes. I'll try not to be nitpicky about everything. I didn't write a whole lot of notes, so maybe it'll actually go faster than that. The second thing I want to point out is if you don't care to get better, don't watch the video either. I get it. Some of you are here to just drink beer and have fun. I know a lot of you are not as ambitious as I am to get better, where I'm trying to practice every day on my skills. But one way to get a lot better, at least as a team, is to be positionally better. And you don't have to physically practice to do that. Okay? So for those of you that really want to get better, but you're too lazy to like, go out and skate around and stuff, you can easily, up your mental game. Figure out where to be positionally, and our team could definitely work on that a lot. Alright, so the emphasis of today's video is going to be breaking out and cycling. Two things that will really boost our skill level. Not skill level, but help our team out. So the first thing, breaking out. Obviously, watch the two videos, by the way. There's one video on breaking out and one video on cycling. You should probably watch all those preliminary videos. But those are the two most important ones to watch, okay? Breaking out and cycling. But real quick, I just want to cover something in case some of you just gloss over it. But a lot of times you want to put the puck in the quiet zone, which is back here, which I mentioned in that video a lot. Okay, and a lot of beginning players, what they'll do is when they break out, they're always going back this way. Okay, and this guy will pass it around on the board or something. When you do that, it's hard to pick up the puck. Okay, and they have to like pick up the puck, and then they have to go down and up, and that's kind of a pain in the ass. Ideally, you want to start from the middle and go towards the outside, alright? At least if we cough it up, it won't be as bad. It won't be in the middle of the rink. Okay? Another thing you can do is if you are coming back, then you want to go behind the net. Okay? Behind the net, and that way you can get a swing pass right there, or you can pick up the puck yourself. But the point is, when you break out, you should be going forward, not back to your own zone. You can do that, but it's just more difficult. If you're a much better team, of course, you can do it plenty of times. Now, with that in mind, I should say this is for a controlled breakout, meaning your defenseman is back here and he has plenty of time. Anytime he's getting pressured by the opposition, then you are going to have to come along a board. That's when you're going to have to kind of use that board pass, especially if they have like two guys there. Okay. So keep that in mind. Big difference between controlled breakout and a pressured breakout. When someone's being pressured, we do need help along the boards. Alright. Like I said, in the video it covers a lot more stuff. The other thing I want to talk about is cycling. And a lot of times in beer leagues, what will happen is someone gets the puck on the board. This is on offense. He gets the puck on the board here, and he starts curling up this way. And you have someone playing grab ass with the other person, okay, in front of the net. Don't waste time doing that. Especially with three people in hockey. I guess one guy can stay in front of that, but usually with three forwards, there should always be support back here. And really, the point of cycling is, it's not even so much the cycling, it's more a concept of backside and frontside support. What that means, if you did not watch the videos, is that anytime someone has a puck here, he should have a pass in front of him and a pass behind him in case he gets pressure on either side. Alright, and on top of that, if he gets picked off by the defenseman, then someone else should always pick up the puck behind him. Alright, so if someone doesn't have a front side or backside support, then you should go and offer that support. Okay, so the classic example is standing in front of net, you're sitting there in front of net, and there's like a bunch of defensive bodies around. It's going to be hard for him to get that through, so give him the backside support right here. Okay, usually his other support would be a defenseman up here somewhere. Okay. Some simple ways to, I guess those are the two main emphasis. One thing I do want to add as well on a breakout and cycling is to make short passes. That is key. Okay, short passes are going to be very important. In other words, one thing we always see is like we'll see when we break out, we'll see like a pass here, and sorry, that's poorly drawn. Hold on. So we'll see a pass here, and then you see this winger just kind of going in a straight line all the way. So we have to make like this cross ice pass, okay, which is not easy. What you want to do is shorten this pass. So if you're this person, it's usually going to be the center actually. But like this, I think in ice, yeah, it's going to be the center. I'm a roller player, so I'm used to 2 forwards. But that way, it should just be a short pass a lot of times, okay? And then he can always bank it this way, so that way you can keep going in case this front pass is covered, okay? Hopefully that didn't seem too confusing. The point is, I guess the main point is, anytime the puck is on this side, if a player has a puck here, instead of trying to make these cross-ice passes right over here, this is on offense or defense. A lot of times you want to shorten, so you kind of want everybody to play on one half of the ice. That should generally be what's happening. You don't want guys on this side of the ice if the puck is on this side. This isn't like something you should always do or never. I'm not saying this always. Obviously, you want sometimes to have someone on the far side, but the general rule should be to make shorter passes. It'll make things a lot easier. Alright, with that in mind, let's go ahead and move on to the video. So, right off the bat, we're going to see a thing I talk about in my offensive zone entry video about bad shot versus good shot. So, Pedro takes it. When you guys shoot from way out here, if you have a chance of beating the goalie, like an okay chance of beating the goalie, that's probably going to be a good shot. If there's almost no chance you're going to make it and you have nobody in front of the net, no one behind the net to get a rebound, you should probably not shoot the puck. You should try to take it wide if possible or rim it around. Someone else can get it, something. Obviously, the better your shot is, the more likely you can shoot from out here. If you have a much weaker shot like mine, I don't shoot from out here that often. So instead, I'm going to try to delay tactics and come into the zone. I won't go into, you know what? Yeah, okay, I'll pop it in real quick. A good shot would be, in general, sorry, it's just harder to draw. But anyway, a good shot is generally anytime you can shoot from right there. Okay, so anytime you're in this area and you can shoot, if you're too far wide, like out here, you probably shouldn't be shooting it. The worst is when someone shoots it and it rims all the way around. Donald. Oops, sorry. Anyway, back to my point. Oops, sorry, I think I paused the video. Alright, anyway, let's just go and play it. So you see he shoots it, and they basically get easy puck possession. So we basically threw away a possession. And in roller hockey, I know this isn't roller, but possession is very important. It's all about who has the most possessions and who takes advantage of it. With that in mind, this breakout pass I'm going to talk about, so rimming around the board is probably not a good idea if you don't need to do it. So in this case, I should not have done it. I think it's kind of a lazy play. What I could have done instead was just skate a little bit more and pass this tape, or, you know, misdirection, meaning I just spin around and keep myself open. The best play actually would have been if Mike called the reverse, so my head was a little bit down. If Mike called the reverse, I would have just banked it that way and give it to Mike. But in general, try not to be, if you don't need to, try not to rim the passes around. Dang it, sorry. Okay, let's move on. So you see it squirts off right there, and that's already dangerous. Luckily no one's around there, so it doesn't matter. Okay, good little breakout there. Let me go back real fast. So, keeping in mind the concept of playing on the same side, once that puck goes across to Mike, first of all, this is already a far pass. Once it went to Brendan, I think everybody should have been cutting this way. Okay, so we have one guy here we just covered, but I think it's an okay spot, but we want someone else cutting that way too. Okay, but once Brendan passes it to the other side, then yeah, then everyone should be cutting this way. So like Donald is doing it pretty well right there. Okay, but except he didn't get the puck, but oh shit. By the way, future videos, I won't play the whole video. I'll just cut parts of it, but usually the first few I'll actually go back on it. Yeah, the first few videos I want to just run it through so we see the game flow and usually have a lot of shit to say. So here, Doug, you got the puck and you're skating up. So this is what I mean by wasting possessions. Yeah, you're getting pressured by Ben, but you had a lot of time to skate up, and you can also just protect the body, protect the puck. You have a lot of support here. So you have one here, you have Brendan back there, and me. So it's kind of a waste of possession. All right. And we have Paul, the guy in the white helmet's lining us up. All right, so here's a example of controlled breakout right here. Let's see how it goes. All right, so one thing the forwards have to do well is if you don't break out well, it's hard to give good passes, obviously. So one, Brandon's on this side, and I am acting like a center, which I don't know if that's good or not. So you see me swinging low and going out this way. I have a tendency to do that, so if I'm supposed to play wing, I'm sorry, guys. But in this case, so Brendan has, so he passes it up here, and you have to recognize it. As the guy breaking out, that's probably, I think it's Donald, you need to make sure you cut inside of that defenseman. It's wide open on that ice right there. And that is where Brendan passed it. I don't think it was necessarily a bad pass. It's just nobody was there. Okay. See it one more time. Brendan gets it. I think he saw open ice, so he tried to pass it. Yeah. So if you're just cutting a little bit earlier, it would have been helpful, Donald. Another thing. So this is exactly. So you see me. I don't know if you guys can see me right there, but I'm telling Brennan to take it back, meaning go to the quiet zone. The reason is because I'm skating in a way so that we can all break out together. Otherwise, if you pass it up, I'm put in a useless position, and I'm going to be way back here. Now, that doesn't mean you cannot pass it up. You don't always have to go in the quiet zone. I'm just saying, for me to break out personally, I'm going to be out of position. But if you do have someone up here that's wide open, you should do it. And in this case, again, I think this is the forward's fault, but this is actually a pretty good pass. It's just the forward's not in position. Okay, you can argue, well, he didn't, he missed the pass by a lot, but that's true. But he did pass it in a good spot, actually. So with that said, I was telling Brandon to go back. I think this is even a better play to just go ahead and pass it up. And as a forward, you should recognize that. That's a breakaway. Oh, we have Ben back there, but if you're kind of watching, if you notice that open ice, it's a breakaway. I don't know why cherry picking gets a bad rep. I think cherry picking is the greatest thing if the other team's too stupid to stop it. Anyway, the point of this rant, well, that is a good pass. A lot of times, just take it back to the quiet zone, especially if you're a better skater than the other guy. Like, if this is a really good defensive forward and his, like, on your ass, yeah, you got to get rid of it right away. But if you guys have the skill level, just go back, go behind the net, stop up, so we can all regroup together. Okay. Sorry, I know I'm only 2 minutes into this video, but it'll speed up. It's another wasted breakout, alright? But, lower level teams, well, most beer leagues, really, there's going to be a lot of wasted possessions. It's not uncommon. Okay, good job, Donald. I think he tried the dot tick move. Go ahead and see it real quick. It looks like you just didn't get the lift on it. Alright, so we have a big cycle play coming up here soon. Or lack of. Probably a lack of. Alright, so this is what I'm talking about, right? So she shoots it. Anytime someone shoots it and the puck goes around the board. Come on. Okay. So anytime the puck gets around the board, it usually happens when someone shoots it and it rims around the board, but this is a good example here. So if you guys saw that Mike was going to get to the puck, someone's got to support him. And that support would probably be, well, you can't see it through him, but it'd basically be behind the net right here. So Mike can just throw it down and wrap the puck around. Right? You don't want to just stand in front of the net and just watch him. You want to support him. There's no way he can pass you right now, because especially with 1, 2, 3 bodies in front of him. Let's go ahead and play it. Keep that in mind. He does do well with it. You got a backdoor, by the way. Okay. Yeah, Donald right on the backdoor. This reminds me of the 3-on-1. You're not going to see in this video because we don't have the third period, but yeah, you got a backdoor here. Donald, you can cheat up a little bit more too if you want. So it's just like a tap-in practically. But anyway, shoots it. That's tough though. So there's a perfect example. Puck rims around the board. Someone should be behind the board right here, and you should be able to just tap it down. I think AJ does it right here, where he gives it. Good. Okay, and same thing. You're kind of battling here. This one is okay. I think Donald might have a clear shot, so it's not bad to stay in front. Once that shot is going to be really tough to get through, then you want to go behind the board and support, and not just sit your ass in front of the net. Okay. So again, the puck goes around the board. Now see, this time AJ has no support. Someone needs to be supporting him right here. Okay, here again, a lot of bodies to get it through. I would just support here. One guy can stand in front of the net, but we need one other guy to definitely support right here. Alright, she has a front side support somewhere here, I think. So she needs a backside support right here. Okay, in case you know, one of them gets blocked off. Alright, with that in mind, shoots. Can't get blocked there. You gotta get that through. Alright, here real quick, neutral zone. Well, yeah, this is kind of a very subtle concept with neutral zone breakout. But when our D has the puck, it's just like a regular breakout. You want to swing in and then start going up the ice when you receive the puck. When you get the puck this way, it's hard to do anything with it because you're stationary or you're going back to your own zone. See, so what you guys want to do is, yeah, pretty much exactly like a regular breakout. Swing lower, so you're actually going to go past Jen and start skating forward again, which might seem odd. Also, you want to present a target. So, Doug, you kind of have your stick down, but then you start turning your body like that. So, there's no way she can pass her forehand. Like, what do you want the puck? So, it looks like you want the puck. You want it here, so present your stick right there. Right, so she can see it. Now it's like, I don't know which way to pass it. Do I pass on her backhand side? And then what ends up happening is typically people just throw right at your feet. So you want to present the target there. It's very subtle, but really important. So this is what I mean. She passes to AJ, but you know you have no speed going up. You have to get it through a guy, and then you know you did a good job actually getting there, but you guys are making it a lot harder than you need it. That's a nice little passer. The one thing I need to say about this is, especially everyone on the team, what you guys should do more often is the old, I call Bobby Ryan pass. I'm sure plenty of guys have done it, but Bobby Ryan's been doing it a lot lately. You go behind the net and pull that goalie with you, and then you pass it behind you. And then the net's gonna be wide open. So we should work on that a little bit more. Right, so you have a good concept. Just have to go a little bit more and make that goalie turn towards you. Anyway. Good. So see how the puck's going to rim around? You need support. Okay, so this is good. This is actually a time when we did do it well. Boom. And good. Okay, again here, support. He is back there. Call for a cycle. Yell cycle. Okay, but then you went to the backdoor side instead. Well, I don't hate that. Again, we need someone to give him that support on the side. Okay. Again, support. So Donald came up from here and then went up here. The problem is, even if you get a pass right here, what are you gonna do? Like spin around and shoot it? I think what you should have done was just stay back here so he can cycle back to you. One thing I do want to emphasize about cycling. Hang on, pause video. One thing about cycling I did want to point out. It is in the video, but in case you guys forgot, to cycle this way. The reason is because it's a lot easier. You can technically cycle the other way, but it's harder because you're skating backwards, and then you're gonna try to shoot it into the net while you're skating backwards. While this way, you're always going toward the net. So on this side, you'd actually go like this way. Okay. You don't have to do it that way, you know, especially at NHL level. You'll definitely see him do it both ways, but in general, you should try cycling that way. Okay, let's play on. So anyway, so he needs backside support. Yeah, he has his frontside support here on the point, but there's no backside support. Okay. Let's see if we can see the time. Oh, I'll wait to bring it up later. But okay, nice little play. Okay. Wow, we had quite the puck possession this shift. Okay, so again, can he get it through? Is this going to be tough to get through? This isn't bad. I don't mind this. AJ might be able to get it through the guy in, but you can always support him back here too. Oh, the other thing one thing too is when you get the puck back here, don't be stationary. You should always start moving. You don't even have to move fast. Just start moving slowly up. If you just sit back there and do nothing, everybody in the ground is gonna know you're gonna pass. Anyway. Especially in ice, too. It's safer to just throw it down there as opposed to giving it to the points. If the points cough it up, you're in trouble. See, so look at this guy. He goes to the quiet zone. That's actually exactly what I prefer. And maintain puck position. There's one big caveat I should have pointed out, by the way. If your team sucks at breaking out, it will probably backfire. I understand that. So maybe you shouldn't dick around with the puck in your own zone, because that could easily lead to a turnover and a goal. But especially at our level, I think for the sake of practicing it, that's the only way you're going to get better. Just practice it and get better. Sometimes it's not always the best idea, but breakout's probably the most important thing. Most important team skill. So hold on. So anyway, here we have a somewhat pressured breakout. The guy's not on you that hard, but you did throw it out right away. So part of the skill of a defenseman is to turn these pressured breakouts into a controlled breakout. So how do you do that? So you have 66 on you, 86, 66, I don't know. But Brendan, you're a lot better than both these guys. You don't really need to panic and throw it out. All I have to do is skate it and do a little misdirection where you're going this way and then you just turn back the other way and then maintain the puck position. I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to hurry up and get there, but you can see there's no way we can do it in that time. So he's already there. Gets the puck. Another thing about breaking out, when you're receiving the pass, so you see Doug is facing backwards completely. I generally don't recommend that. Sometimes you can, but especially in the middle ice, you don't want to have your back turned completely unless you're very good at receiving it and transitioning forward right away. If you're not good at that, then what you need to do is you need to skate in a little bit and then start skating forward slightly. Like it's got to be diagonal, so your ass isn't like completely to the passer. You want to skate diagonally so that you're going across that way, so you can easily receive it on your forehand. When you skate backwards like this, then it's hard. It's not that easy. Okay, with that in mind, you did make a good play and pass to me. I shouldn't have coughed it up here. Okay, good. Skate it in. Come on, skate. Okay, nice try. Okay, so here we're wasting the a tendency is to just throw the puck right down the middle. Again, support. Give the support instead. We don't always have to throw it down the middle. Good pincher, Brennan. Oof, all or nothing. That's right. One thing to note too is when he pinches, forwards need to recognize it and go back. I'm pretty sure I was going back there. Okay, nice try. Got a little 3-on-1. Okay, so we threw it kind of up the middle. Again, you should have support. Pedro's actually in a perfect position right here. So he went down here. He didn't just sit his ass in the middle. That's when you want to give it to Pedro instead. Okay, so you see me going toward that side. If you wait for me, I will cycle for you. I will be in that position. So wait for me. Okay, look at this guy. He wants to go back again, but I didn't give him a chance to. Good. So this defenseman's going. It's just going slow as hell, going this way. So start cutting in. You don't have to widen out if he just keeps going slowly in. Again, try to get yourself in a good shooting position. So that would be preferably in front of that line. Okay. With that in mind, I think I was telling you to shoot it so I can get a rebound. Okay. Nice try. I might have had to pass to Pedro, I don't know. Okay, so once I swing it to you that way, I am looking for a cycle. All right, so you guys always should have two options: one at a point, one a cycle. And depending who the better puck handler is, I suggest you cycle it. For the most part, it's safer. Plus, give it to the better puck handler. Not that I'm bragging or anything. Okay, so that was good. See, I think he heard me. So that was good. So once the puck goes here, I need someone on this side too. I need someone right here. Yeah. Oops. Good. So Pedro's still there, and I think I lost my footing, so I started falling over. So, nice try. So, like I said before, so once you receive the puck, you can slowly move this way. Just don't be stationary. And you guys don't always have to force that pass. If this isn't a bad pass, I'm just saying in general, I think we'll see Kenny do it later. But you don't want to force that pass all the time as I'm cutting in. What happens is, if I'm not there, technically you'll still be moving. And then you can throw it back down again, and I'm going to swing around the board. That's exactly what a cycle is. Alright. Hopefully the second video is shorter. I know this one's long. This one looks like it's going to be 40 minutes. Alright. So this is a very subtle. So you see me skating back. I don't want to stop here. What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna just stop here and wait for you. What I want to do is break out everyone together. So I'm actually gonna swing down and curl up. So with that in mind, Mike, what I want you to do is go to the quiet zone, so we can all regroup. Is it necessary to go all the way back there? Not always, but I think it makes it a lot easier, and if your team can have set breakouts that way. It's something that's done a lot in roller. So once he comes back, now I'm out of position completely. Once he turns, I already know I can't really get a pass. I might get one on this board, but I'm going to be short on time because this guy's going to be in my face. So instead, what happens is you passed it and then just kind of went to no one and then picked it up. But yeah, the point is, like, a lot of times you guys can just go straight to the quiet zone. This one here. Alright, so receivers, very subtle concept as well. Receiving in hockey. You know this pass has to go forehand. This is AJ Ryder and it's right-handed. That pass has to go forehand. There's no way Donald's going to pass your backhand where you have to get through two guys. Let me see if I can... So you turn your head right there. Okay, you're thinking, oh, maybe Donald's going to skate there. No, this is you all the way, and there's no way he's going to pass your backhand. You should probably just skate it that way and force Donald to pass it to you. Okay, if Donald just skates it up, then his kind of screwing you. He should be headmanning the puck. Okay, and he did pass it. And actually, he made the perfect pass to where you could turn your head around again, too, and pick it up. Okay. Oh, nice little dangle there. Fortunately, this game was tough because these two guys, Ben and this guy in black, they're good on the boards. So they kept getting all the possession time. One thing I want to emphasize to everyone, so Ben stops up. One thing to absolutely not do is to not go right at the puck. If you do that, what Ben is going to do is he's going to either put it through my leg or through the stick, or he's going to bank the puck behind him like this. So what you do, the proper way to defend this is you stop up with him. So as funny as this looks, so if you notice, I just stop and wait for him. Right, I'm playing the contain defense as opposed to force defense. Nice pick. Ah, they make that guy cough it, dude. That guy's playing with it too much. Alright, I think not a lot more happens except for one more main cycle, but I didn't record all the little nitpicking stuff. Okay. Oh, sorry, this one's a clear-cut breakout example. Alright, so this one's a little bit awkward. Alright, so what I was hoping for was you pass to Brendan right away. And it looks like everyone's kind of moving that way, so that probably would have been ideal, and hopefully Brendan has, one of us three to pass it to. But once Mike turns back and does that misdirection play, everybody else, you can't keep coaching that way. You gotta hurry up and cut back the other way. The reason being, then Mike's gonna be left alone, and we're basically gonna have everyone on this side of the ice. Okay, so with that in mind, oops, with that in mind, so I saw him cut back, and I circled that way. Okay, so that way there's a support right here. There's a support, but of course Ford's in my face. So we see Donald, who kind of went like this and then circled that way. Ideally, I'd rather have you like you saw him do that. You kind of just circle in and try to be that second breakout man. So he has a pass to me, or I can pass it right to Donald. Okay, same thing to AJ. I think you're around here somewhere, and you guys got to start cutting this way right away. So Mike has a closer support. Okay. Again, we're going to try to cut these cross-ice passes down. Cross-ice passes should be more the exception than the rule. Oh, fire that right away. Oh well. So my video's getting a little choppy, but we're almost done. Good pick off. Okay, so perfect time right here. You know what I'm gonna say? Probably cycle. Okay. Then we'll just stand right in front of the goalie. With three players, I guess one guy can be. One guy needs to be that support though. Good time for that Bobby Ryan pass, by the way. So as you're going around the net, see this is the perfect time to throw it behind you, and I'm gonna set up that way. By the way, now I don't know if this guy in black might have had me covered, but I'm gonna set my body up so you can back pass it. That would have been great if you did that. Okay. Okay, so stay there, Doug. Stay there. Stay there. I need you to stay there. Once you pass it to me, I'm gonna probably go up the board. Where are you going? Dang it. Hold on, my cat's on my computer. Come on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, sorry, let me see it again. Nice try. Alright, so Doug, I see you kind of going up this way. It's kind of weird. Just stay back there. Just stay back there. And if there's any kind of cough up, I'm going to be the guy going back since I'm already skating in that direction. Dynamine. Nice cut, Mike. Nice try. Alright, so again, Donald, you don't have to play around with it, alright? I'm gonna be giving you backside support. Back here. I'm skating that way, I think. I hope I am. Yeah, I am. See, so you don't have to dangle through all these guys all the time. You should use your support sometimes. Like, even if you guys have the skill, sometimes it just saves energy to just pass it to your teammates. Plus, you know, it's less tiring. Okay, nice little soft pass there. That was perfect. Oh, you got both of us. Any of us. See, so that's how you turn the pressure breakdown to the control one. It's pretty good on Ben's part. It's offside, yeah. Oh, Brennan, you got dangled by Paul. Paul made you look bad a couple times, I think. One thing to do is just don't go straight at the puck. Just start skating back. I don't think he's good enough to beat you straight up. Nice shot. Nice shot. Almost got a rebound. That's pretty good. He got you there. Damn it. Hold on. Okay, it's on my computer again. Hold on. Okay, sorry. I think this is where we were at before the cat did something. Oh, dangle his ass. Look at this one. The guy fell over. All you have to do is go on your backhand side and just protect the puck. Yeah, that was over. You didn't have to put it through him. It was pretty much game over once he went down. Oh, yeah. Okay, maybe this guy almost has you again. Good recovery, though. Okay, end of period. Alright, we're about... Oops, I don't know why it's looping. We're on 37 minutes. I'll try to cut it down for next video. It shouldn't be a whole lot in the second one, but, yeah, that's about it. See you in the next one.